through text for somebody, you mentioned,
Right.
there's plenty of friends that don't keep iCalendars or anything like that. So it'd be both, you know, it'd be intuitive, you know, those that were engaged or were on Facebook, you know, with their calendar or whatnot, they would see that message, and then those that weren't would get a text message. One way or another, you know that you got their bases
That would
covered.
be ideal.
Any final thoughts you guys have?
Wait, see on A that, like the icons here, they have like a plus sign and the X signs. Is that a way to get rid of those icons over there, or is that a way to stack, like, stack your itinerary? What are those pluses and X's for?
What
That's
do you think?
Oh, yeah.
to delete the category from that homepage.
Or is it like to delete, or to like stack
What would you want them to
Oh,
be?
sorry.
both?
Both? Okay, that's good.
Like you would want, like we were planning your evening.
Oh, so it'd be like a number on one side, like almost like there are so many events being suggested
No,
of this
like
category.
we were planning
and
your
then-
evening, like you could push plus, there's a plus,
Oh,
and you
okay.
can just like plus, like it's
So you
later.
could, so you could stack like I want drinks movie and
Yeah.
That's a good.
Like
That's
a
a
way to
good-
choose them or a way to filter them out?
Yes.
Kind of, okay.
and
Yeah,
a way to
filter.
choose more than
That's a
one
good
at
idea.
once.
Okay.
So you're saying stacking, are you
Well, I
saying,
just noticed that they were there, so I was like,
saying like combining the different things? Like,
well, yeah, like if you're gonna plan your evening, like, oh, I wanna have drinks and then.
That's great.
I
and
want to do
great.
movie, dinner, and
then bowling or whatever. I
Yeah,
don't know,
a
people
recipe.
like-
If you
Whatever
can-
people like to do. Like,
that's brilliant, actually. A recipe. I want create. If this thing can create a recipe for it, I can create a recipe.
or
as well,
stay-at-home
too.
event. Kind
Yeah.
of, yeah.
Bam, bam, bam. Give me locations.
I do like the suggest an event. That's huge.
Yeah.
If I wanted to have an event at my place, kind of
you
like
could
the
create-
Foursquare idea, of like creating an event at your place is
Okay.
pretty cool. My last thought on this is that every single app that we've talked about here is having the same problem,
Mhm.
and I'm not really sure how you can step beyond that problem, break through that ceiling, right?
And the problem being,
The problem being connecting your network with the events that are going on around your city,
Getting them there.
and yeah, and coordinating that
Yeah, put 'em
in the way that you want it to. So you don't always want to have a huge 20 person group of people coming to the White Horse every night. Sometimes you want couples night or blah blah blah. So I don't know.
I mean, as a business model standpoint, if a venue knew that there's one person bringing 40 people, I mean, that's huge. I mean, if that venue owner knew that this app was responsible for this person, that's a business model opportunity somehow. I mean, if I owned the bar that I'm helping with on the Avenue, and I knew that he was going to bring all you guys, I would give him a lot of attention. You know, I would thank the app somehow, or there's some sort of a finder's fee. There's something there. If this can be responsible for getting a lot of people to go to a venue or something.
How is it not doing that though?
No, I think
if you're saying it is.
Yeah, I think that
Because
is
just by selecting those friends.
Yeah,
instead of
I
having
think
20, I can select
sure,
4.
yeah, I think that's
And then it's combining
yeah,
the
definitely.
information.
I think
So
that's
you're suggesting there's almost a rewards program
Yeah, a
or
rewards
a network marketing.
No,
No, I'm serious.
No,
I mean,
yeah.
whatever it takes, you know,
Yeah,
network
empty heads.
marketing opportunity by empowering the people that are initiating.
yeah.
Even if the majority of the end users are only getting an SMS from the push
Yeah.
saying, hey, so and so using such and such app, even though you're not on it, you're gonna get the text from it.
I see a big lashback.
And there,
Yeah.
Really?
there is,
Yeah.
you know, the let's go.
Just from-
And
Oh, I'm
so
curious to hear how
at
that
any
happens,
process,
yeah.
at any point in the process, theoretically, if this was evergreen, like, you know, it's not in these slides, but at any point you could stop that search and just take action.
Right,
right.
Then you're not feeling like you have to put in 10 keystrokes in order to get to the end of a match. And that I mean, that is the point, right, Shane?
yeah, it
Is at
might
any
just
point you
be
can just say,
about
let's go.
location and bar.
Yeah.
You know, friends are coming in next weekend and you're just searching for bars on the east side and you want to see, you know, what's in this particular zip code. And you
Yeah.
just, you immediately 2 clicks and you're to that search because you've narrowed it in that way. I mean, so I think at any point you can kind of bail out, if you will, and see where you're at.
Finalize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's huge.
It's funny because we did have, it's not in these plans, but we did have the $10, $20, $30.
Yeah.
And all you seem like think that would be great functionality. So if you had that and you just said, I just got off work, or I got an hour to go, $10, option tonight, here's my
Yeah.
4 friends that I know, will be down for a good, cheap
Yeah.
night out or whatever, and then you could just hit search and not end up necessarily going.
That's
to these.
huge.
It would aggregate, that would be pretty
Yeah.
good.
Every weekend, my friends have like, oh, well, I only have like $20 to
Yeah.
spend tonight. So
That's what, yeah, that's
that's
what.
a huge step.
Like, give me, I got $20 in my pocket, give me something.
You gotta make
Yeah.
people's lives easier somehow. I mean, 85% of apps are critically underused last I checked. So you gotta do something that's gonna make their lives easier. That's first and foremost. Also, the thing about the money is absolutely true.
Yeah.
People make less money to live in Austin
Yeah.
because it's a cool town. And I don't know, I'm from here, I'm still trying to figure out why the hell everyone's moving. But it is a cool town, right? But that's also another thing with the economy. The economy sucks. And over the last 10 years, prices have risen while salaries have not.
Yeah.
So that's another thing you definitely should consider when you design of this.
Especially our generation, it's an affordability issue.
Yeah,
of
whippersnappers.
going out and stuff like that.
And look how expensive tuition is now.
God, it's unreal.
That's the irony, right? The people that go out the most, aren't necessarily ones that have a ton of money.
Yeah.
Therefore, they have to find good deals on a regular basis. They have a lot of money, they're not necessarily going, downtown doing like, I guess it seems like what you guys normally, I'm not saying that you do or don't have that money, but are going out looking for cool things to do. It's not like the trip to Uchi, like dropping $250.
Yeah.
When you
going
get a
to
little
see-
older and you guys are both of you are still very young, okay, but you understand that you're at a point now where you have your established friends and you don't necessarily need to go to the par for a good time. You're going to so and so's place because he's got a big house and a big barbecue and he's got enough toys, or she has enough toys, that you're going to buy booze and have a house party. There's no need to go downtown anymore. You're guaranteed parking. You're guaranteed to not have to deal with cops and all that rigmarole and people with fake IDs. No offense to any friends here, but anyway, but the difference is your method of partying is a little different, and so this is definitely geared towards people that haven't quite reached that age. So I would even think that people getting in their early 30s, you're starting to get on the edge of the folks that would be interested in using it, because they're gonna go house parties with affluent friends, and there's already the whole liquor cabinet's already there.
Still
And
many
why?
people stuck in stunted ad.
Right,
extended
you need some
adolescence.
frills. I totally
So-
agree. You need some frills, but
Yeah.
I'm seeing people do their frills where they go all the way to Lakeway to the Oasis, or they are going for a special ladies' night, like what you're doing and talking about. Though that might be in the middle of the day with samosas over at the Domain or something like that in the park. So yeah, there is a difference in demographic as it blends from the type of experience people are looking. So this does that make sense? Does that people feel that way, or I'm kind of curious?
I agree. I would say the bulk of the times that I go out don't cost any money, and that's also because I'm a girl and I go out with other girls. But like if I'm gonna go downtown, I don't need to like a lot, $20, because I'm gonna take a bus and I get on with my ID, and then I'm probably not gonna spend very much money. So yeah, I guess the demographic thing would be, if it's the summer, if it's like a school break, because I mean Austin is it's obviously a lot of not students, but it's a lot of students. Like for people who are my age, like if it's the summer, I'm like gonna put in way more effort to plan something. But otherwise, if it's just like a weekend, I'm less likely to pull out all the.
If I'm planning ahead, like, and it's like something this involved, I'm probably like I would much prefer to use like a website than I would use an app. Like I'll probably use an app if I'm already like I have no other option than my phone, or like I'm at work and I can't use my work computer, or I don't know.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Or you're just really bored and you're like, oh, I'm really bored.
Okay. All right. Anybody else want to offer final thoughts?
Make it viable from the beginning. It seems like there's a lot of overhead, with data overhead, that you're gonna have to create and facilitate and all that. And I think if you focus on making it useful for the first 5 people and grow that network.
I like the idea of having a light app and then being able to add features.
So that doesn't turn you off if an app isn't everything.
I like simple, like the apps
No,
that
yeah,
I use the most are
yeah,
simple.
me too.
Yeah.
What do you guys think is the core functionality of that? Just out of curiosity, like if you strip away every single function down to one particular thing, what is it that this really does?
The invitation.
That's what I was
Like-
trying to.
It's invitation.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I would say integrating communication between
con-
platforms.
contact.
If it's possible.
To me, it's not the invitation, it's the, like,
So
The
it's,
event.
and then
it's, if I'm
narrowing it
out,
down.
it's the time and the money.
Yeah.
Like, if I can choose,
What's
like,
that in
what's
there?
going on.
I don't see time.
So I heard three.
Well, if
I heard three different
Right
things.
in there, we pulled out money.
I heard one's
For the
invitation, the
wireframes.
other is
Or like time and
spinning the
fun.
fire hose down
Yeah, time is good.
to a select group of options, and then the last is, what was your suggestion? Or your
Sorry?
perspective is the evaluation of the possible places.
Yeah, it's like if I'm out somewhere, I need something to do, and my friends cannot make up their minds. Like
Yeah.
the time and fun.
It's either gonna be
That's a big one.
event centric, this app, or people centric. And that's the choice
Yeah.
the developers or the people are gonna have to make that are creating this.
So are you marketing it towards people like Tarzan, or are you marketing it towards people like me, who are gonna like do whatever if he's planning it?
Yeah.
I think that's the big question. Can this app appeal to somebody, maybe outmark, but somebody that's saying just simplify my life and make it easier, and then somebody potentially like Tarzan that is the one herding the cats and is the planner,
Yeah.
and that coexist in one
Sorry.
app. And if there's just two simple paths that you take, one that allows you to search right away, and then one that allows you to plug in preferences and really build out, so that it's as smart as possible. That takes more effort, but then you accomplish theoretically both profiles.
Yeah, that's what I say. Power to you guys, man. It's just figuring out which target market you want to go after. You want to go about the fast adoption that could.
That's adoption rate is really the
Fast,
most difficult
but
thing,
the thing is,
probably.
the fast adoption rate
Yeah.
crowd, that crowd may or may not be an active user, but the active user would come from a buying. If I'm gonna buy something, I'm gonna use it, and I'm gonna use it well. And I'm like.
Do you expect to have to pay for it?
If it's off, if the value proposition is to be my hub for event planning, heck yeah.
How much would you pay for it?
I wouldn't go higher than $3.
Would anyone not pay for it?
I probably wouldn't.
I wouldn't pay for it until it was something that I knew I would use.
I
So
would- yeah.
that's like if you have like if it starts out pretty small and it's free, and then all of a sudden there's you're like, oh well, you can do all these other things if you pay for it, or like all of a sudden there's obnoxious ads that are popping up. Like I'm always the one who pays for Scramble with Friends premium, so I don't have to deal with the black screen with the ad on it. So
I don't mind related ads that have something to do with something
I-
I'm interested in.
Would pay for it once there was a large population.
Yeah, as long as other
Once I knew it
or it
was
worked
useful.
outside of the network. Like as long as I knew that I didn't have to require all my friends to adopt this, I would pay for this because I knew it's one-time thing and I get access. I still have the same kind of level of access because it was so frustrating with a lot of other social networks out there that try to come up and take over Facebook in their own way. Like Google Plus is a big problem. I still have not enough people are on it and we're just not engaging with it, and so it's like I'm tempted because there are some extended functionality that you get and it's not Facebook's changing stupid crap all the time. But there's just for some reason I don't feel like enough of my own network is on it to find it as a viable means of primary communication.
Why do you, but I wonder why isn't enough of your network on it? Is it, what isn't,
See, Google
is or
Plus
isn't it
seemed
good?
intelligent because you didn't have to let someone allow you to be friends. You just friend them anyway. You just put them in your circle. All right, and the circle idea is ingenious, and that you can select what group sees what kind of content. The problem is that they are doing something very similar to where you have this long stream of information, that pseudo blog roll kind of look, and I can't filter some of that stuff out easily, or at least I haven't spent enough time to learn how to do that, which is probably really the case. I know you can filter some, but it's some parts aren't intuitive. What I have been using it for is it's a go-between. Google Plus for me is a forced page I gotta look at when I'm going to Google Hangouts. For me, I use Google Hangouts more than I like Skype.
I think that
That's
Google,
how that works for me
Google
personally.
Plus to me is just a victim of circumstance.
Mm.
Facebook was successful because you saw a lot of growth during that period and people wanting to be in some sort of social network. Google Plus came in the past 2 years, and that social sphere was already saturated with Facebook and Twitter and stuff.
It's just
yeah, it didn't do
So-
anything for me that Facebook couldn't already do.
So that makes me think of
So lack of
this.
functionality.
Yeah, I like Google Plus, and I haven't used it in a long time, but I I already had, like, it wasn't offering me anything that I couldn't
Yeah.
already get from Facebook, and now Facebook has a list, so you can still, like, choose who you want
Yep.
to see on your newsfeed and, like, choose who you want to reach out to.
Yeah.
And so Google Plus to me, it was like, I remember this quote being like, it was the greatest party that no one was invited to.
Which
Or no one came to. And so it was really just like Facebook, I like used it when I was an intern. Like that's what all I used it for.
Mhm.
Well, it comes down to the business position. That's why I was asking about the branding for this, because Google's mission statement is to organize information that is universally useful. Facebook is make the world more open and connected. So they're different businesses, different positions. This business, this app, can be positioned for either organizing or right now. You know, it needs to be one of those, because why Facebook has to have a G plus is because it has to be competitive with social media market. That's why. Google doesn't get social. So biggest thing though with this app, I'm going to conclude, is that it could be successful if it focuses on which target market is going to wants to adopt it, or you can do a light version or a paid version. It's just really figuring out which group are you going to focus on, because the paying group would be, you know, money, and the user group that you're going to be attracting would be, you know,
Volume, right?
volume. And you know, if you want to build up those preferences, I would say focus on the fast group, and that way you can steadily build up preferences, price sensitivity, location, those kinds of things. But yeah, there's a lot of potential.
Just curious, I'm curious in your experience what you think the threshold would be if they started out going after the key communicators like yourselves as the first option. When they would start repositioning the brand to be more attractive to people that are just interested in knowing what everybody else is.
Yeah, I mean,
to tag along kind of thing.
I mean, if the test market here is Austin, as a business developer, I would find out who all the freaking leaders are in the community, and I would go to each one of them, and I would make them see this and hear from them.
How many thought leaders do you think there are in Austin, just out of curiosity?
How many leaders, or how many large?
I'm talking, like, I know 2 guys on Meetup. You don't know it, but what they're really doing is they've got Meetup organizations they're organizing from Austin, and they're making money through sponsors. And people are paying into it, and they have this really well-oiled network, and to the point where they've got deals with other people who are promoters in bars, and they're leveraging Meetup groups to push people into the bars. And now there's fights going on actually between the Meetup organizers in one area, and like there's a friend of mine, he's a guy in Austin, and there's a guy in San Francisco. And one dude was charging the other guy to even make posts in the other Meetup groups, because they realized that they were stealing each other's, you're not really stealing members, but you're attracting people from the other Meetup groups, because with more numbers, just like with YouTube, more numbers, like views, you can command better sponsor deals. And so they started killing each other's accounts. So now what they're doing is they're going in with stealth accounts and trying to give recommendations to these other groups to try to pull. I mean, it's a level. And what's so funny is that there's a group of people here in town, they're just naturally gifted at promoting, and they don't realize that there's a bunch of money being passed hands in the background. They're not a part of that. They're just oblivious to it.
I mean, I think, because I'll conclude with my opinions, but the invitation function, just from these 2 UI, wireframes, the invitation seems like that's what's really important here. And when you have people receiving an invitation, at that point you can invite them to the app, and that way you can invite the fast following, easy adoption crowd from that point of message. But there could be a business model there for the organizers that get a lot of people to go to an event somehow. Maybe it's a QR code that it's scanned at the door, and that QR code is like, that organizer got 40 people.
Yeah, that's the thing right there.
People like QR
See, I think it's a much more fragmented. I think
there's so much going on.
I think it's a lot more fragmented of a model, in that it just serves as simply not as like these big events, organizing large events, but just getting my friends in my backyard before having to go over there to agree that we're going to go out to eat at a restaurant that night.
I really like your idea. The recipe path, that could be a pivot for this company in some way, just to combine different things and send out that recipe to your friend and say, hey, if you want to go to a movie, you wanna do this with me? Yes.
So it's like a top 3 recommendation kind of push. Is that what it is?
I keep thinking of Beluga. You brought it up earlier.
Yeah.
And
that's a good
Beluga
one.
was Beluga integrated with this
Yeah.
model would be very, very useful to a small group of people.
Yeah.
I think.
Close enough.
Something that I might pay for, and that's
Yeah.
probably the only thing that I would pay for. I wouldn't want to pay for anything where I had these Uber organizers
Yeah.
sending me.
I would hate that.
Yeah,
that would be. that
That's
would
something that I shouldn't have to. They should have to pay me for that.
Yeah.
You know.
You're
So-
talking like these big events and things, not
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
Tarzan sending
Yeah.
to his 20 friends.
Cause that's a Dunbar's rule,
I don't
152
like the
relationships.
idea of like being reimbursed for bringing people to a place.
You're right.
Cause
I
then
just,
I'm
I
gonna
just,
be like, why are you inviting me because you wanna hang out with me, or are you inviting me because you want?
Yeah,
But-
that's,
To get a dollar.
that's the value proposition.
I want to bring up the fact that there are power users that aren't
Yeah.
just, hey, I created a meetup group for people to hang out with because we all love Thai food.
I mean, I
There are
get
people that really know what they're doing and they are getting deals, and you as the user don't realize
Mhm.
that they're actually getting paid to bring you somewhere. But you ignore the fact because, well, you're getting free service, just like Facebook.
Yeah, but
You
I
all
was-
ignore the
I feel
fact
like
that they're
we can't,
pulling
like-
your data.
We can't like worry about people who are gonna be abusing it before we like have an app with users.
But this is, it would be a risk that it has to be considered, that people are going to find a way to make money on the app outside and around
I
the
would
app.
just say that the majority of social transactions that go on in Austin on a given day
Mhm.
are not these sort of Eventbrite,
Yeah.
Okay.
large
Yeah.
scale
They're
events. They're like,
serendipitous.
hey dude,
What's
let's
up?
go have a drink at
Okay.
a bar.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the underlying
Yeah, exactly.
the underlying premise when we've been talking about this is improving someone's life, is
Mhm.
simplifying things, is making going out easier, taking the hassle out of it.
Yeah, a recipe pad would be great for that. You know, you just, I have an hour, send it out to 10 friends, see you there, you know.
Okay.
So I had one final question, everybody can keep their answer real brief, but we talked just for a split second, it seemed like, about transactions, like the ability to actually either purchase, book,
Oh,
reserve,
yeah,
or
good call.
whatever. How important or valuable would you guys see that being in this,
That's great.
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
I
that's
think
huge.
that
Huge.
I think it
that
depends
would
on
make-
what your main focus is. If your main focus is gonna be on the like list of events versus if it's gonna be on the invitation. And I mean, I'm really wary of like putting my credit card into
Yeah, something else.
different things, but if the point is to be on the invitation, then at least at the beginning, I wouldn't necessarily see that you need to like do it all from within the app. And it just seems like it'd be like a lot of information, like the app would be slow, or you're like, there's a lot of other options. But if the point is that it's gonna be like Go 512, it's gonna be like that, then that would be,
I think
then I could see the point of having your credit card.
post invite, and then once you get a group around an idea, that's when you would want to do this kind of thing. And I think that so say I invite these 3 people sign on to my idea, and we're going to Polvo's, and we want to have a reservation at Polvo's.
Right.
And from the app, we should be able to send Polvo's a message saying,
Right.
we have a party of 4 for.
like an open table.
I think,
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great.
It would be super nice if you could buy movie tickets, you could,
So that option you guys could definitely see.
But only after if you know your invitation is selected, because you don't want to. Maybe there could be like a link in the invitation,
Like an opt-in.
yeah.
Like, do you want to go to this? Yes, and then you get added to a
Sorry, they close at 9, so we so appreciate you coming.
Thanks so much, Diana.
Do you